Bob, why are you crying? But hey guys, before I start this video, I just want to say that I know I'm very blunt in this video and I kick out a lot of my villagers, but I just want to say that I'm a very shallow person and you guys can hate on me all you want, but I still love them no matter what. But I just kick them off because I just need to make space, I'm so sorry. But anyways, let's go back to the video. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Hopefully good. I am extremely bored and I just want to talk to someone, but unfortunately I have no one to talk to, so I'm talking to you. Also, do you like this wall behind me? I made it for a TikTok and a photo shoot and it was filled, but it's falling apart like my life right now, but it looks kind of cool, so I kind of dig it. But today we are gonna talk about none other than Animal Crossing because I have nothing else to talk about in my life. So if you don't know anything about Animal Crossing, I'm sorry, this video isn't for you, but if you want to hear me talk, then might as well continue. So let's begin. So the thing I want to talk about Animal Crossing, I have a list on my phone. I want to talk about all the villagers I kicked out during my Animal Crossing adventure. It's still a big progress right now, but these are the villagers I already kicked out or plan on kicking out in the future. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 villagers to kick out. So basically everyone. I know people have their own opinions on their favorite villagers and what villagers they want in their town, so hopefully you guys can respect my opinion, but I'm a very shallow person and I really want specific villagers with certain personality types in my island. So no hard feelings, okay? And hey, you could hate some of my villagers and I could hate some of your villagers, but we still love each other. Hopefully. The first villager I actually didn't kick out, she wanted to move out. Thank God. And that villager is Ellie. And there's nothing wrong with Ellie. I actually find her so adorable, but the only time she interacted with me was when she wanted to move out. So I wish she interacted with me more to show some of her personality, but other than that, she just wanted to move out, so I just let her. And if you guys remember, when you start your island, you're supposed to like move in 3 villagers to your island first, and she was one of those 3. I wish I knew this before inviting those villagers, but basically those 3 villagers that you are like forced to move into your island, those villagers, they do not have their own specific house, because you know how every villager has their own personality house, but these 3 villagers, they will just have their default houses with their default personality types. So that's why you see certain villagers not having their house, because maybe they were the first 3 villagers you picked up. I honestly hate that because it's like stripping the villagers out of their personalities, but now I know that. And after her land was open, I went on a few island tours and I was trying to search for Raymond or Judy or Bob or any of my favorite villagers, and I stumbled across Audie and I was like, wait, she's that new character, she looks really cool and she has a peppy personality type, and I do not have any peppy personalities that I want in my town. So I was like, maybe I kind of want her, so I settled for Audie in replace of Ellie, and I'm loving Audie's beach style aesthetic. I love it so much. I have a tiki bar lounge in my island based around her. I love it so much. The next villager I had to kick out is Graham, and people are commenting on my TikTok. His name is not Graham, it's Graham, but I'm gonna call him Graham because he's a hamster. Grahamster. Come on, Nintendo knew what they were doing. But basically Graham was the first villager to move into my campsite. If you don't know, once you build in your campsite, a villager moves in. I'm not sure if this is completely true, but I heard that the first villager that visits your campsite, you have to invite to live on your island. I'm not sure if that was true, but I was like, oh, I'll just invite him because like whatever, I'm gonna get rid of him anyway, so I had to force invite him. I don't like his design, but I really did like his house. It was like a whole like computer aesthetic, cardboard boxes everywhere, but it was cool, it was unique. And the more I look at him, I can't tell if he's adorable and cute or just really ugly. I just can't. It kind of reminds me of a teacher, like low-key. Like, do you guys see it? Am I going crazy? I feel like 98% of people really hate him and 10% of people really love him. I fall into that 90% spectrum. I just don't like him. I actually replaced him with Tiffany, which was my first amiibo card I put into the game. So I was really excited to have her, and I love Tiffany so much. She's starting to be one of my favorite villagers. I just love her personality and I love her design as well. She looks like someone. She kind of looks like a hooker, which I love about her. And I love the whole retro vintage diner theme. Like, look at her TVs, her pinball machines, her pool table. Like, come on, her house is so cool looking. All right, the next villager I had to move out. It was kind of hard, but it was Cobb. And Cobb was one of my first villager I had. You know, it's so hard to part ways with the first villagers you receive because like they've been with you since the beginning, so it's kind of hard to let go of him. I honestly have nothing wrong with him. I love his personality. He was so sweet to me. He always gives me gifts, always great conversations, but he was a jock villager and all he talked about was working out, which could be annoying, but I'm not in love with his design, but he's unique looking, I guess. And I also replaced him with an amiibo card, Muffy. I love Muffy so much. I love her aesthetic. Her room is really different. Very spooky looking, but very her personality. Like if you look at Muffy and you look at her room, it makes sense, you know? I love it. I love it so much.
Another reason why I love Muffy is that she has an Uchi personality, which I didn't know what an Uchi personality was, but it's basically like a big sister kind of personality, and they tend to roast a lot of my villagers, which I'm here for. I love it so much.
Another villager I had moved out was one of my starter villagers. It was Phoebe. She was really cool. It sucked that I had to get rid of her, but I just wanted my dream villager list, so I just decided to get rid of her. No other explanation. I loved her design. She's really cool looking. She's so colorful, but I just wanted to get rid of her. It was so sad.
And she can be very mean and savage sometimes, but then later she can be really sweet as well. So you're gonna be really missed, Phoebe. I miss you.
And I got rid of her for Gale. I want to call her Gailey. The next thing I wish I knew, I discovered, because if I knew it, I wouldn't have done it. Basically, if you have a lot of open plots available, random villagers will move in the next day, which I didn't know. If I knew that, I would have limited my selling plot land. Once Tom Nook gave me the okay of putting plot land everywhere, I decided to buy all the plot land and decided to put them everywhere. So one random day I have an open plot available and I looked at it and it said sold, but I don't remember inviting any villagers there. So I clicked on the sign and his name said Vic, and I was like, who's Vic? And I searched him up. I was like, oh, that's Vic. Like, I respect the drip Vic, but not here. Please, not on my island. His house was so cool looking though. It was very Viking themed, like you would imagine, but I just didn't like his design. I'm sorry, I just don't like... Is he a cow? Is he a cow? I don't even know. A moose? Is there even moose? There's no moose in the game. I think at one point me and him were being best friends. I was like, no. Why are we best friends? Please no. But then recently I just replaced them with Bob, my favorite character, so I'm so excited to have Bob in the games. Alright, the next villager that moved out, it was kind of sudden. It was Fauna, which so weird because I just got Fauna like 3 weeks ago and now she wants to move out. But I noticed a pattern when Fauna and Ellie wanted to move out. It was in between like a 15 to 16 day interval. So when Fauna moved out, I was expecting someone to move out that day. So I was looking around, but then I saw Fauna, so I was like, okay, so it seems like there's a pattern in the game where around 15 to 16 days, a villager would randomly ask to move out. I'm not sure if it's confirmed, but just based on my experience, that's what it looks like.
All right, trust me guys, I didn't want her to leave. Like, honestly, if I could go back, I wouldn't want her to leave. She was just the sweetest person. Like, she was so nice. She was overly nice, like so nice.
It was very hard to say yes that she wants to move out, but I wanted to replace her with like Raymond or Judy. So I replaced Fauna with, you guessed it, Raymond. I made a video about it. It took hours, a lot of hours straight, but hopefully it's worth it. He's moving in right now, so hopefully it's worth it.
And I know what you're all thinking. I know he's the most overrated Animal Crossing villager right now, but he's just so cool looking. Guys, just let me have my moment, okay? He's a businessman, a really good looking businessman, and I aspire to be like him, okay? Please don't judge me, or do.
He seems very cocky, which I love, because if you can't tell, my dream villagers kind of reflect on my personality, so that's why I love them so much. Tiffany, Hooker, me. Raymond, cocky, me. Bob, purple, me. Gailey, the name, me. Muffy, dark aesthetic, also me. Audie, beachy, peppy personality, also me. So if you can't tell, these are basically my personalities. So there's 3 more villagers I want to replace to complete my dream villager list. The first one is Apple. I want to get rid of Apple. She's cute, she's growing on me, but I'm gonna replace her with Kabuki because I love his design and I love his like whole house aesthetic as well.
Also, look at the way Tiffany's looking at Apple. That's a whole mood. That's how I feel about her.
Next up, this is like the hardest decision ever. Like, this is like literally the hardest villager. I don't want to kick this villager out, but like I know I have to. It's Hornsby. Hornsby is baby. Like, he's a baby. He's so cute. He's so adorable. He's one of the first 3 villagers I recruited in my island, so he doesn't have like a nice house. He just has like one of those default houses, which is unfortunate. But his personality is so cute. He's so bubbly. He's so fun. But eventually I want to replace Hornsby with Punchy because I feel like Punchy, Bob, and Raymond will be like a cute little friend group, you know, a little squad moment. But my friend really wants to get Hornsby, so as long as I know Hornsby is going to a really good owner, I'm happy. I'm happy Hornsby's living his life. He needs to grow. He needs to grow. The last villager I want to replace on my island is Dizzy. Dizzy kind of reminds me of Hornsby in a sense. Like, they look similar. They kind of look similar. He has a very fun and like lazy personality, which I really like about him, but I just want to replace him with another villager. And I'm replacing him with Pietro, the rainbow clown. Oh my god. That's my aesthetic. That's me in a villager. A clown. So That's why I want Pietro. I also want to build a circus area and build his house around it, so that's why I really want Pietro.
Alright guys, update. You know how I said I wanted Audie in my island? Well, now I don't really want her anymore and I want different villagers, and I don't know what villagers I want. Like, I have an idea of what I want, but I hate how there's a maximum of 10 villagers and I want everyone, but I can't have everyone, so I'm trying to limit everything, but I'm so indecisive. So make sure to subscribe so you can see my journey on what villagers I pick. This shouldn't be this hard, but I just love like so many characters and they're so cute and have so much personality. Oh my god, why can't I have everyone? Alright guys, another update. As you guys can see, Tia is moving out, and I just don't know why. Like, I have this idea of what villagers I want in my island, but then I just see other people with other villagers and I want those villagers instead, and I'm just an indecisive, picky person, and I decided to let Tia go, and I'm gonna try to find Judy, and if I don't find her, oh well. Oh my god, why am I doing this? Why am I always so indecisive? Someone stop me. Someone stop me.
And yeah, I think those are it for the villagers I want to kick out. What a strange video. Hopefully my comments are still enabled. If they are, please let me know what villagers you kicked out or want to kick out, because I'm actually curious. I'm curious. But yeah, I think I'm gonna continue playing Animal Crossing, and I think that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. I love you guys so much. I mean it. Kind of. I mean it.